Hi, my name is Yusuf. I'm Spiderman, and it is incredible. Right, backstory. I was 18 years old when my girlfriend decided to leave me. Then, 2 days later, my baby sister passed away. And 2 days after that, a friend got together with my ex. So, yeah, basically, if rock bottom had an ugly twin sister, that's about where we were at. Personally, I call it the crappening. Sure, I was at my lowest. Absolute worst of the worst. But the good news was that I could only go up from there. We're talking 3 hours a day, every day for 6 months, spent exclusively at the gym. Keeping in mind, of course, at the time I resembled your average bobby pin, so the transformation was not easy, but it was inspiring. Still, I was 18. I was grieving. I was still angry at the world. So, one day, I decide to put on a tuxedo and a $5 Spider-Man mask, long story, and go walking around York University campus. The first couple of hours in that outfit were kind of a crash course in just how powerful that symbol really was. I mean, granted, people smiling, waving, yelling out, "Spider-Man," that's to be expected, but the sheer joy on their faces, that was not something I could have ever imagined. Also, dude, seriously, some girls were looking at me in ways, I felt like a Hemsworth. Just saying, far cry from high school, I'll tell you that much. But still, it was way more power than I was comfortable having. I didn't want to abuse it, and I figured, alright, that's it. Fun's over. I'm going back home. And on my way back home, I was stopped by this kid. Little guy. Couldn't have been more than 5, 6 years old. He looks up at me and darts right behind his mom. I tell her I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to scare him, and she says, no, he's not scared, he's just really, really excited. And so obviously, because the kid's fanboying out, I'm fanboying out. I couldn't believe it. I knelt down and I was like, "Hey buddy, what's your name?" He was speechless, he couldn't say anything. And so his mom looks down at me and she says, "His name is Peter." And basically in that moment, I made a silent promise to Peter that I would do everything in my power to do for anyone I can exactly what I did for him that day. And I got to work. In public, you saw me passing around candy, chocolate, flowers, talking to people on their off days. In private, I would console those who needed therapy. I would point them towards all the resources we have on campus. I would give them a shoulder to cry on, take them out for froyo. It was beautiful. And I didn't just stop there. Which of course brings us to the part that you actually want to hear about. November 11th, 2019. I woke up that day to a text about a girl who went missing in the York area. The person texting hoped that I can spread the information around, help with the search effort. So I made 50 or so missing persons posters, grabbed my suit, and got to work. I was just about to hang up my very last poster at the old student center when out of nowhere, this guy punches a girl in the face, slams her head against the ground, and he was just about to swing again before I jumped in and restrained him. Now, understandably, I had some thoughts. The first and most prominent of which was, wow, this is gonna hurt. I should explain. With the hold I had him in, he was not getting free, no matter how strong he is. But I, on the other hand, was just coming off a pretty gnarly back injury. So just the struggling alone was no picnic. Either way, the objective is never to hurt him. That's not what my mask stands for. So I talked to him. I tried to calm him down. I told him, "Hey, listen, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. Tell me what happened. Just what drove you to do this. You can talk to me. I won't judge." And he let out some unintelligible noises that made it quite clear that a mental illness was involved and he and I weren't about to have a conversation. I then noticed his scarf was beginning to wrap pretty tightly around his face, and I didn't want to risk him passing out. I mean, granted, it would have made things a lot easier on me, considering he wouldn't have hurt anyone, he would have been okay in the long run, and my back was about to give out, but it would have betrayed my promise to Peter. I would have betrayed what my mask stands for, and I would have hurt someone in the suit. Not to mention guaranteeing my immediate unmasking and arrest on the spot, of course. So, I asked these two guys to each hold one of his arms, which allowed me to loosen my grip without letting him go and risking him hurting someone unwittingly. And we held him for 5 more minutes. Then security arrived, put him in quite a sexy armbar, and then took him away. His trial followed soon after, and the victim of the incident was perfectly fine within a couple of days. She's in one of my classes now, but I don't think she knows that. And there you have it, a very condensed version of my story without the ending.